Wait, you're telling me that LeBron didn't start the chalk toss ritual? Let's find out. Throughout the years, we've seen a lot of weird pregame rituals like LeBron throwing chalk in the air and Russell Westbrook doing weird dances for several minutes. NBA players sometimes feel that it is necessary to do pregame rituals because they believe that it gives them good luck to play better. Most of the big stars in the NBA do some kind of ritual before a game that they either just created for luck or they've been doing for most of their basketball careers that they believe they need to do to play better. Dwight Howard once told a reporter that he sits on the quote throne of grace before every game to get all the bad stuff out of him, so only the good stuff comes out during each game. And the throne of grace is actually just the toilet. So without further ado, let's begin our list. First up at number 9, Dwayne Wade's pull-ups. We all know about Dwayne, who is also known as the Flash. He's one of pro basketball's elite guards who led the Heat to a championship in 2006, 2012, and 2013. Now, Dwayne Wade used to do pull-ups on the rim before each game as a ritual for good luck. The ritual was inspired by Vince Carter, who would pull himself from the net and then kiss the rim to honor his grandma. Dwayne Wade used to do 3 pull-ups in which to match his number that he had always since he started his career on the Heat. Wade is pretty well known for doing these pregame rituals, and even though he's retired, you have to agree we all loved watching him do it as he looked super cool while doing it. Although I can barely lift myself to do a pull-up, but whatever, haha. At number 8, Monta Ellis and his wax hands. Monta Ellis is a pretty decent shooting guard with some pretty good career stats, although he isn't well known and he eventually retired after getting tossed around many different teams. But one thing to remember about Monta Ellis is his pretty strange pregame ritual that he started since he tore a ligament in his finger. Ouch, that must have hurt. In this ritual, he used to put his hand into warm wax and then peel it off later. He said that he feels like it helps him by smoothing his hands so that he can smoothly dunk the ball, even though it looks pretty gross, but I sure as well want to try it myself. Ellis's pregame ritual is very similar to that of Moises Alou, who used to use a unique and weird substance to smooth his hands to play better before games. Now on to number 7 on this list, Danny Green's jump around dance. Danny Green, a guy who set an NBA record back in 2013 for most 3-point field goals made in a final series, and he won the championship that year with the Spurs, and he's a great perimeter defender, but yeah, that's all to talk about his gameplay. The actual thing is that catches the spotlight for us is his dances. Danny Green has been doing his jump around dance since 2009 when he was on the championship winning team UNC. He got this dance from the TV show House of Pains, but he changed up the dance a bit. And even in the NBA, he still occasionally does this dance. I mean, just look at that. My man is straight up vibing, and it's almost contagious watching him. It makes me want to dance too. At number 6, Steve Kerr's pre-game meal. Steve Kerr is now known as a coach for the Golden State Warriors, but before that, he was a great player and an 8-time NBA champion, having won 5 titles as a player, 3 with the Chicago Bulls and 2 with the Spurs. Apart from that, what's amazing about Steve Kerr is that he has a very strange pre-game ritual that he performed the night before every single game by eating a ton of food. Yes, you heard me right. He used to eat all kinds of food that he can get as a pre-celebration, and he didn't do this alone. Instead, he used to do this with Croatian star Toni Kukoc. The foods and drinks that they would eat were salad, appetizers, pasta, chicken, tiramisu, red wine, and an espresso. Kerr said that in Europe, this is a very common thing because they eat a lot of food there, and they drink a little bit of wine with every meal. I wonder if he does this during his coaching career as well. At number 5, Rajon Rondo's passes. Rajon Rondo is a very talented point guard who is amazing at passing and getting players open, and he's very much well known for getting a ton of assists and steals. Now the ritual he did is my all-time favorite. Rondo used to perform a pregame ritual with his teammates when he played for the Boston Celtics with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jeff Green. He would have 4 balls, and he would start it off by throwing an alley-oop to KG, then he would bounce past the ball to Paul Pierce, and then he would pass the ball all the way up to the scoreboard for Jeff Green to dunk, and then he shot the last ball. He discontinued this pregame ritual after he got traded to the Mavericks. At number 4, Michael Jordan's chalk toss. Michael Jordan was the one who started the chalk toss, and LeBron actually copied this from him, which most people don't realize, and they say that he was the one who created it. I mean, don't come at me, I'm not meaning to offend anyone on respect to anyone, but the truth will remain. The fun part of Michael's chalk toss is that he would toss the chalk at the broadcasters' faces, and it became a meme. At one point, the broadcasters started to wear little masks to cover their mouths and noses to protect their faces. Michael Jordan and the broadcasters at one point would have fun with this ritual by wearing doctor's masks, umbrellas, and gas masks to keep the chalk dust from getting into their bodies, and if you see some videos of these scenarios, you'll see that they were super fun to watch. Here's a couple actually right now.
You see what they do to combat that. You know, it's a great laughter before I go out and play.
Check this out, MJ.
Check this one out, MJ. You got it, baby. All right, here we go. Hey, we got him. We got him.
At number 3, Russell Westbrook's dances. Russell Westbrook is an outstanding point guard who is arguably the best guard in the league because of his skills to score the basketball, as well as his numbers in assists and rebound department and the amount of triple doubles that he has. Russell Westbrook is currently with the LA Lakers, and before every single game, he likes to do weird dances and handshakes with teammates too. I guess to entertain anyone watching the game, but they sure as heck get entertained because my man's got some moves. He's been doing this pregame ritual for a good amount of time, and I don't see him stopping it anytime soon. And you have to agree, we love watching him dance, and he's got a whole nice vibe to him.
Time this 24-second clock didn't work. Westbrook always effervescent, like he's getting ready to fight.
At number 2, Joakim Noah, the Force. Joakim Noah is a center who has always been a pretty good player in the NBA, who's pretty well known around the world. Noah has been performing a very strange pregame ritual though that reminds me of him trying to use the force on the basketball before every single game. He goes over to the broadcasters where the game ball is sitting on their table and he inspects the force on the ball. My guess is that I think that he thinks it brings good luck to him and his team before every game, and I'm not going to lie, he looks pretty odd doing it, and frankly, I'm scared he might even use the Force one day in real life, but hey, I'm happy that he's a Star Wars fan and he is not afraid to show it. And finally, at number 1, Kevin Garnett's headbang. Kevin Garnett has won the number 1 spot on this list for the weirdest pregame ritual of all time. Garnett, before every game, goes under the basketball hoop and smashes his head a couple of times against the long foamy part of the hoop. This is just straight up weird. I guess he believes that somehow banging his head against the basket brings some good luck towards him and his teammates every game, but wouldn't banging your head make you, a little discombobulated? Couldn't that hurt your chances because it could injure you? I mean, why even do that? But anyways, it's so funny to see, but hey, who am I to judge? Everyone has their rituals for their own good luck. Well guys, that's it for today. Let us know which ritual on this list was the most funny for you in the comments down below. And thank you for watching this video of Triple Domination. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.